Fourth graders, we have been writing decimals, and it's been exciting. But today, we're going to move on to a new realm, a new decimal realm. We're going to be comparing decimals. And, just like it says on your learning goal, we're going to be justifying our comparison by drawing a visual model, which is a picture to help us understand what we're looking at. Okay, I'm excited. Let's start with A. On A it says, each model shown represents one whole. Shade the sections of the models above to represent 3/10 and 5/10. I can see there are 10 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 3/10 would be 1/10, 2/10, 3/10. 5/10 would be 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10. I can obviously see that 3/10 is smaller than 5/10. So my alligator's going to want to eat my 5/10. 3 out of 10 is smaller than 5 out of 10. Here's another one. Let's go ahead and shade them in. We can be faster this time because you guys are smart and you know what's going on. That's 9/10. This is 7/10. I know that because 3 plus 7 is 10. And I know this because 9 plus 1 is 10. So help me do it faster. Okay, which one is bigger? Yes, 9/10 is indeed bigger. Let's move on. Here we are. We are looking at a number line. Remember what I said, guys, about adding zeros to the end of a decimal and that we can add as many zeros as we want and they equal the same thing? This is your chance to do that. Right now I've got 49 hundredths and I've got 8/10. That's harder for me to compare. But if I add a 0 to the end, I know that 8/10 and 80 hundredths are the same thing. So I just added a 0 to the end. 80 hundredths, same thing as 8/10. I haven't changed it at all, and now it's easier for me to compare. So I'm going to go ahead and find them in my number line. 80 hundredths would be right here because I know I'm going to add zeros down into these guys too to help me out. I know that 70, 80, 90, that's going to be my 80 hundredths or 8/10. And right here, 49 hundredths is going to be right before there. So with that in mind, I can obviously see that this is bigger. It's going to want to eat that one. Cool, huh? Explain our thinking. This is the part we all hate. We don't want to do it. It's awful. It makes us uncomfortable. How could we explain our thinking here? I'm going to talk out loud. I knew that if I added a 0 to the end of 8/10, it would be equivalent to 8/10. So I made 8/10 into 80 hundredths. I could then compare 49 hundredths to 80 hundredths easily. Exclamation mark. Okay, we're through it. Hopefully there's not too many more explain your thinkings. Multi-select. Here we go. Mary's mother bought fabric for a craft. The first piece she bought was 3 holes and 2/10 of another feet long. The second piece she bought was 5 hole and 4/10 of another feet long. Circle the comparisons that are true. Is 3 bigger than 5? It's not, because right now I'm just looking at those whole numbers, right? This one cannot be true. Is 5 holes bigger than 3 holes? Certainly is, so I know automatically that one must be right. Is 5 holes smaller than 3 holes? Nope. Is 3 holes smaller than 5 holes? Yep, this one would be right. Are they equal? No! These are silly questions. Those were too easy. Whenever we have whole number with a decimal, we can always compare our whole numbers first. If the whole numbers are equal, then we've got some hard thinking to do. Holly and Brandon went to the store to buy strawberries. Holly bought 1 3/4 pounds of strawberries. Brandon bought 1 7/10 pounds of strawberries. Place an X on the column that correctly compares the decimals. I'm going to put an X under the one that makes sense. Remember, guys, I can add my zeros. Now it's going to be easier for me to compare. My whole numbers are the same, so I'm going to be just looking now at my decimals. Okay. Oops, could you not even see what I was just doing? I'm sorry about that, guys. So my whole numbers are the same, but I can just compare my decimals here. So I know that 34 out of 100 is smaller than 70 out of 100. So this one must be right. This one would make it so I was wanting that was bigger, and that wouldn't work. Once again, now we're comparing. Our whole numbers are the same, so now we're comparing our decimals. I can compare 70 hundredths to 34 hundredths. I know it's going to want to eat this one. I'm going to put an X in that box. Holly and Brandon went to the store to buy apples. Holly bought 2 51/100 pounds of apples. Brandon bought 2 3/10 pounds of apples. Once again, I can add a 0 to the end. It's going to help me out. And now my whole numbers are the same, so I can only look at my decimals to help me out here. I can see, though, that 51 out of 100 is bigger than 30 out of 100, so it's going to want to eat that. Same with here. So I'm going to put an X here and an X here. Our last one. Looks like there is some explaining on this one, though. The locations of point A and B on the number line represent decimal points. Okay, we can see that. We can see that this is 37 out of 100, 36 out of 100. So this must be 4/10 or 40 out of 100, and it's slowly getting smaller. So it's between 4/10 and 3/10. Explain why the value of point B is greater than the value of point A. Well, I'm going to say point A is 34 out of 100. Point B is 37 out of 100. 37 is bigger than 34. So 34 hundredths must be bigger than, oh, guys, what's wrong with me? Smaller. So 34 hundredths must be smaller than 37 hundredths. Sound good? Okay. You guys seem to really fly through that last one, so maybe this one's going to be pretty easy too. I miss you guys today. I'll be back tomorrow. I hope you're being really kind to our guest teacher. I hope you're standing in line, straight and quiet. I hope you're doing the work that you need to do. and you're working hard at it quietly. We have a few big things you're going to work on today. The lemonade war. You got an application you could work on. You got a flip book you could work on. You got an info book you need to work on. Maybe, I don't even know what else. A lot of stuff to get done before the end of the year. It's crunch time. And I know you guys are going to work hard at it. And you're going to be focused. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.